On Don Quixote by Miguel de Cervantes. Miguel de Cervantes was a Spanish writer who is widely regarded as one of the greatest figures in Spanish and world literature. He was born in 1547 in Alcalá de Henares, Spain, and died in 1616 in Madrid. Cervantes is best known for his novel Don Quixote, which is considered a masterpiece of Western literature. Although Don Quixote is Cervantes' most famous work, he also wrote numerous plays, poems, and short stories throughout his life. However, he did not achieve significant financial success or widespread recognition during his lifetime. Cervantes' influence on literature and culture is profound. His innovative narrative techniques, complex characterization, and exploration of deep philosophical themes have had a lasting impact on subsequent generations of writers and artists. He is often considered the greatest writer in the Spanish language and one of the most important figures in world literature. In this article, we shall discuss his most famous work, Don Quixote, with the help of a few questions. Question 1. What is Don Quixote? Don Quixote is a novel written by the Spanish author Miguel de Cervantes. It is considered one of the greatest works of literature and has had a significant influence on Western literature as a whole. The full title of the novel in Spanish is El ingenioso hidalgo Don Quixote de la Mancha, The Ingenious Gentleman Don Quixote of La Mancha. The novel was published in two parts, Part 1 in 1605 and Part 2 in 1615. It tells the story of a middle-aged nobleman named Alonso Quixano, who becomes so obsessed with the chivalric romances of his time that he decides to become a knight-errant himself. He renames himself Don Quixote, recruits a simple farmer named Sancho Panza as his loyal squire, and sets out on a series of adventures. Don Quixote's adventures, however, are often comical and farcical rather than heroic. He imagines windmills as giants, and innkeepers as lords, and engages in misguided battles with imaginary enemies. Sancho Panza, on the other hand, serves as a voice of reason and provides a contrast to Don Quixote's idealism. The novel is known for its blend of genres, mixing elements of satire, comedy, romance, and social commentary. It explores themes such as the power of imagination, the nature of reality, the decline of chivalry, and the clash between idealism and practicality. Don Quixote is not only a literary character but also a cultural icon. His name has become synonymous with idealism, delusion, and a quixotic pursuit of impossible dreams. The character of Don Quixote has inspired numerous adaptations, interpretations, and references in literature, art, music, and popular culture over the centuries. Question 2. What inspired Cervantes to write the book? The inspiration behind Miguel de Cervantes' writing of Don Quixote is not entirely clear, and there are different theories regarding the sources of his inspiration. However, several factors are believed to have influenced Cervantes in creating this iconic work. One significant influence was the popularity of chivalric romances during Cervantes' time. These romances depicted the adventures of knights and often presented a romanticized view of chivalry. Cervantes, however, sought to satirize and deconstruct these romanticized ideals through his portrayal of Don Quixote. By creating a delusional knight-errant who misinterprets reality, Cervantes aimed to critique the unrealistic and impractical nature of the chivalric ideals. Another possible inspiration for Don Quixote was Cervantes' own experiences and observations of Spanish society. As a soldier, Cervantes had witnessed the decline of chivalry in the face of modern warfare and political changes. The novel reflects the changing times and challenges the social and cultural norms of the period. Additionally, Cervantes may have drawn inspiration from his own personal struggles and hardships. He experienced various setbacks and financial difficulties throughout his life, including imprisonment, which could have influenced his portrayal of Don Quixote as a dreamer and idealist who persists in pursuing his goals despite the odds. It's important to note that the precise motivations and inspirations behind Cervantes' creation of Don Quixote are not definitively known. Cervantes himself offers little insight into the creative process in his writings. However, Through the character of Don Quixote, Cervantes crafted a literary masterpiece that not only satirized the popular literature of the time but also explored timeless themes and complexities of human nature. Question 3. Who are the primary characters in the book? The primary characters in Don Quixote include Don Quixote, real name Alonso Quixano. The protagonist of the novel, Don Quixote is a middle-aged nobleman from La Mancha who becomes obsessed with chivalric romances. He renames himself Don Quixote, dons armor, and sets out on a series of adventures as a self-proclaimed knight-errant. Don Quixote is known for his idealism, delusions, and lofty aspirations to restore chivalry and defend the helpless. Sancho Panza. Sancho Panza is a simple and practical farmer who becomes Don Quixote's loyal squire. He is depicted as a foil to Don Quixote's idealism, often providing a voice of reason and common sense. Sancho Panza is known for his loyalty, humor, and love for proverbs. He accompanies Don Quixote on his adventures, offering comic relief and serving as a contrast to the protagonist's grandiose visions. Dulcinea del Toboso. Dulcinea is the imaginary lady love of Don Quixote. In reality, she is a peasant woman named Aldonza Lorenzo, but Don Quixote envisions her as a beautiful and virtuous lady of noble birth. Dulcinea serves as an idealized object of Don Quixote's devotion and motivates him to perform heroic acts in her honor. Rocinante. Rocinante is Don Quixote's old and feeble horse. Despite its worn appearance, Don Quixote sees Rocinante as a noble steed fit for a knight. The name Rocinante comes from the Spanish word rocin, meaning a workhorse or nag. The novel also features a wide array of secondary characters who interact with the protagonist and contribute to the rich tapestry of the story. Question 4. What is the style in which Don Quixote is written? Don Quixote is written in a style known as picaresque and metafictional. The picaresque style is characterized by a series of episodic adventures and encounters that the main characters experience. In Don Quixote, the novel follows a loose plot structure, with Don Quixote and Sancho Panza engaging in various misadventures and escapades. This style allows for a diverse range of incidents and encounters that showcase the humor, satire, and social commentary present throughout the novel. The metafictional aspect of Don Quixote refers to the self-awareness and self-referential elements within the story. Cervantes often breaks the narrative to comment on his own writing, criticize other literary works of the time, or address the readers directly. This metafictional approach blurs the lines between fiction and reality and adds a layer of complexity to the storytelling. Cervantes also incorporates different narrative techniques in Don Quixote. The novel includes a combination of first-person and third-person narration. The first-person narrator is presented as the author of a manuscript recounting the adventures of Don Quixote, while the third-person narration describes the events of the story itself. This narrative technique adds an extra layer of storytelling and provides insight into the author's perspective on the characters and events. Furthermore, Don Quixote is known for its rich language, extensive use of dialogue, and a mix of different registers and tones. Cervantes employs a wide range of literary devices, including irony, satire, humor, parody, and wit, to create a multifaceted and engaging narrative. Overall, the style of Don Quixote is notable for its blend of realism and fantasy, its metafictional elements, and its exploration of various narrative techniques, making it a complex and innovative work of literature. Question 5. What is the significance of the book? Don Quixote holds great significance in the realm of literature and beyond. Its significance can be understood in several key aspects. It is widely regarded as the first modern novel and a cornerstone of Western literature. It revolutionized the literary landscape of its time by combining various genres, employing metafictional elements, and offering a profound exploration of character development and psychological depth. The novel's innovative narrative techniques and complex themes have influenced countless writers and works of literature since its publication. It served as a source of inspiration for authors such as Gustave Flaubert, Fyodor Dostoevsky, Leo Tolstoy, and many others. The novel and its characters have become enduring cultural symbols. The character of Don Quixote himself has become synonymous with idealism, pursuing impossible dreams, and challenging the status quo. Sancho Panza, with his wisdom and down-to-earth perspective, has also become an archetypal figure. The novel's themes, images, and language have permeated various art forms, including painting, sculpture, theater, and music. The novel serves as a powerful social critique of the time in which it was written. Through the lens of Don Quixote's delusions and idealism, Cervantes satirizes the outdated ideals of chivalry, the prevalence of superstition, and the discrepancies between fiction and reality. The novel addresses issues of class, social hierarchy, and the decline of traditional values, reflecting the changing social and cultural landscape of 16th-century Spain. The novel delves into the complexities of human psychology, particularly in the character of Don Quixote himself. Cervantes explores the power of imagination, the nature of identity, and the thin line between sanity and madness. Don Quixote's journey can be seen as an exploration of the human desire for meaning and the struggle to reconcile personal fantasies with the demands of the real world. The novel tackles universal themes that resonate across time and cultures. It explores the pursuit of ideals, the nature of truth and perception, the power of storytelling, and the complexities of human relationships. The novel's themes of idealism, disillusionment, and the clash between reality and imagination continue to be relevant and thought-provoking for contemporary readers. Question 6. What is the legacy of Don Quixote today? Don Quixote's influence on literature is immeasurable. It set the foundation for the modern novel and influenced generations of writers worldwide. Its innovative narrative techniques, complex characters, and metafictional elements have shaped the development of literature, inspiring countless authors and works of fiction. The novel's themes and storytelling approaches continue to be studied and emulated in contemporary literature. Don Quixote and his iconic image have become ingrained in popular culture. The character's knightly armor, lance, and windmill encounters have been widely depicted in art, cartoons, and various media forms. The phrase tilting at windmills has entered the lexicon as a metaphor for engaging in futile or misguided endeavors. Don Quixote and Sancho Panza have become recognizable archetypes, representing idealism and pragmatism respectively, and are often referenced in discussions about human nature and societal dynamics. Don Quixote's exploration of themes such as reality versus illusion, the power of imagination, and the nature of idealism continue to resonate in philosophical and psychological discussions. The novel's examination of the human mind, identity, and the complexities of perception has influenced fields beyond literature, inspiring studies in psychology, philosophy, and cultural theory. The novel has inspired numerous adaptations in different art forms. It has been adapted into stage plays, operas, ballets, films, and musicals. The landscapes and settings depicted in the novel have become significant tourist attractions in Spain. The towns of Alcalá de Henares, where Cervantes was born, and Toledo, mentioned in the novel, attract visitors interested in the author's life and the book's cultural heritage. Literary tourism related to Don Quixote's adventures and locations mentioned in the novel remains a thriving industry in Spain. Its enduring presence and influence in these various realms attest to the timeless significance and continued relevance of Cervantes' masterpiece.